How you guys doing? This is Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Now you guys have been asking and you've been wanting a new tour video of the whole place. So that's just what I'm here to give you today. So when you walk up to the front of our house, of course, you've got the Aquascape ecosystem pond. This was put in by Greg Whitstock and Team Aquascape. Now we have some goldfish in here. There's a bunch of pond lilies, all different colors. You've got pink, you've got white. I do believe we've got orange up there too. There's a few different species. There's a yellow, there's a white, there's pink. Come over here, we've got another type of lily in this pond, or in this little bog area. But you've got a nice waterfall coming across here, cascading waterfall. Now the pond plants are still taking over, but this is what you see when you walk up to Ohio Fish Rescue. Now you guys know right here, see this big open area? This is where the bridge is being put in. You guys seen on the one video that my father had just built this bridge. Now he's making some modifications to it, so that'll be done here soon. But let's go ahead and take a walk inside. So when you get in here, this is our 150 gallon tank. This is our only planted tank at the rescue, and this is our community tank. As you can see, we have a bunch of tetras, we have swordtails, there's some platies in here, some rosaline sharks, we've got blue gouramis, gold gouramis, we've got some rainbows, of course. There is a few different species of plecos. We've got the bristlenose plecos, which are breeding in here. We've got some albino cory cats. Of course, we've got these little cute Groot heads. Got a few of them. Alrighty, so let's go back to the rescue. Alright guys, so you take a step out into the pool room. This was the 58,000 gallon pool that, of course, Aquascape, Greg Whitstock and his team came out and transferred our indoor swimming pool into a fully functioning recreation pond that we could have monster fish in, still be able to swim in, and it looks beautiful. On each side we have some peace lilies. You can actually see they actually just started to root in the water, and they're starting to grow once again. You can see they're starting to flower. You can see all the old stuff dying off. And we come over to this side of the pond. We've got more peace lilies. We've got a small one there. We've got some irises. But if you guys look, we've got this shelf across this edge. We've got three foot hybrid between a red-tailed cat and a tiger shovelnose. We've got some big red-tailed cats in here. Of course, we've got the 30-inch platinum Gars. Those guys are getting huge in here. We do have a blue Dovi. He's in here. We've got all these little convict cichlids that are breeding all throughout the rocks. Sorry about the glare, guys, but we do have 8 skylights in here for natural lighting on the pool pond, so I can't help that in today's video. We've got a big albino giant Gourami in here. We've got some monstrous size iridescent sharks. Of course, we've got multiples of just about everything in here. If you look down there, that is a 3 foot long Indian shovel nose, also known as a Spirata Aor, and he just got put in this pond not too long ago. If you guys look back there, that is a 4 foot short body alligator gar that came from Mr. Vincent Wu. Okay, let me take a walk around this other side. We do have some driftwood floating in there in hopes that it will eventually sink, but it's been in there for months now. It has not sunk. As you know, everything in this pond is a work in progress, so we are steadily upgrading, steadily making changes. But For those of you who know, that is Godzilla. That is our giant musk turtle that also came from Mr. Vince Wu. But if you guys look over here, we have a river system that runs on this whole pond here. So we had the waterfalls put in by Aquascape. We went ahead and planted all these plants across the whole back of this pond. This is a natural filtration to take out nitrates from our water. So you can see we've got pothos, we've got elephant ears, we do have arrowheads, we have some banana palms. There is some hostas in there, some creeping jenny. I'm actually on my way after this video to go ahead and pick up a bunch of water hyacinths and water lettuce. And we're going to go ahead and put them floating all across the top of this pond. Hopefully they can spread faster than the fish can pick them off. But we shall see. Every plant we've put in here has gotten uprooted or eaten. So we cannot have nothing in here in the water with the fish. We have tried live plants. We've tried jungle val. We've tried Anubis. We've tried a bunch. I can't remember all the names. But if you guys come over here, this is the 350-gallon cichlid tank. These are all African cichlids. Yes, they do breed all the time. Sometimes I don't catch them, and I can't get them out to raise them up. So yes, sometimes the babies do get eaten, but most of the time I do try and catch them, and I will vent the cichlids and I will raise the fry, and I will give them out to any of our members on Ohio Fish Rescue who wishes to have baby African cichlids. You guys can look back there. There goes one of the babies that happened to survive. He's about an inch long now. But these guys do spawn all the time. Now we come over here. This is our 200-gallon, basically our fancy goldfish tank. We do have arandas. We've got some shabunkins. We have some ryukins. There's a big telescope aranda or a telescope goldfish in here. He has to be behind the rock. But we do have a wide assortment. Yes, there is some goldfish. They will be going out in the pond out front. But let's go ahead and take a walk in here. You guys can see the sign. It says Ohio Fish Rescue. This is what we're all about. So this first tank you come to is a 3,000-gallon tank. This is the tank that me and my father built from scratch. Yes, it is a wood build. It is a 11-foot long viewing panel. It's 16-foot long, 6'6" from front to back, and 44 inches tall. As you can see, we do have some over 30-inch gator gars in here. We have a Disticatus sexifasciatus, of course, Pacu, some Ripsaw Niger catfish. We have some Achara Catfish. Back there is another hybrid double-nosed red-tailed cat. Of course, some red-tailed cats. This guy right here is a granulosis. Now, he's probably one of the biggest I've ever seen. They grow slow. This guy is closing in on 15 years old that we've had him. So he takes a very long time to grow. Of course, we've got Anubis, the giant Oscar. Now this Oscar, when we put him in there, measured in at 14.5 inches. Now we just measured him not too long ago and he has grown. There is an albino giant Gourami in here. There he goes. He's about a 18-inch giant Gourami. So that Oscar you were just looking at is about 16 inches now. There is another giant red Oscar in here. There's my hand for size comparison, so you can see just the pure size on some of these fish here. But this is the 3,000 gallon. If any of you guys have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. You come over here. This is the 550 gallon. These are our baby Stingray grow outs. We've got BDs on top of BDs on top of BDs and more BDs. You can just see the quality on some of these guys. Yes, there is a Matoro female in there. Yes, the tank is a little bit dirty, but I do feed these guys 3 to 4 times a day. I had just gotten done with their afternoon feeding, so there is still some particulates in the water. But along with them in here, I do have another Achara Catfish. And we have a 24-inch Tigrinus cat. There's another smaller giant Gourami. His net name is Guru. And in that back corner is a 10-inch or so Datnoid. Now, if we come over here, this is the 650-gallon dog bone tank. These are my mother's prized koi. She's had these things for years and years and years. But you can see some of these guys are pretty big. We've got the long fin koi, we've got regular koi. There's some true Japanese koi in here. There's a platinum ogon. Look at that guy, just flowing fins, beautiful butterfly koi. Alright, now let's come over here. So this is the 1,000-gallon community tank. We have some huge clown loaches in there. That guy's about 10 inches long. Those tiles are 12 inches wide. We have some albino tinfoil barbs, some datnoids. Yes, we've got Nibbler Jr., fly river turtle. He's growing oh so quick now. He's starting to fill in to do his shell. He's got some great cuddler on him. I absolutely love this guy. What else do we got in here? We've got Pittsburgh the Mbu Puffer. He is 26 inches long and he is a gentle giant. Yes, he does get fed, you know, half shells. He gets fed mussels, clams, you name it. Just basically hard-shelled, meaty substances to file down his beak when he needs it. The only problem is, as you can see, he makes a mess on the floor. But this is exactly why I run a tile bottom, so that it's no sweat off my back to go ahead and go in there, vacuum out the dirt, and the fish are safe, happy. No one's got dirt all over the bottom of their tanks. There goes 18-inch tire track eel. Oh, he's coming out for food. He sees Dad here. He thinks he's getting fed. We have the parrotfish. We have a Peroon shark. This is actually Pangasius larnaudi. Don't yell at me if I pronounce some of these wrong. Back here we have African arrow. He's about 12 inches long. We have a true spotted gar. We have cigar barbs. Of course, we have a big community of silver dollars, red hooks, blue hooks, blackberry silver dollars, all kinds of stuff. Up here we have an Abermighty headstander. Of course, we have the beautiful flagtails. We have albino featherfin catfish. We do have African scats. This is one of my favorites in this tank. You don't see these guys too often, but this guy is pure awesome. He's got some great color on him, some great markings. Absolutely one of my favorite fish. Let's go ahead and go over here to the 180 gallon. This is some of our monster grow outs. Of course, we've got the Royal Clown Knife. We've got regular clown knives. We've got the Xanthic clown knives. We've got albino clown knives. Right here we have a 15-inch African Arowana. Now, we can't have both of our African Arowanas together because they do fight. We have Indo-Pacific tarpon. Look at him. Down here we have a Xangu Peacock Bass. He's got some pretty nice markings on him as well. Down here we have African Jurassic Catfish. One of my favorites. We've been growing him out for a while. But the true monsters in this tank are the Paraiba Catfish. This guy with the long whiskers is a true filamentosum. He's the Paraiba that can get 9 feet in the wild. This guy back here, of course, we got from Matt's Monster Fish. He is a Capipredum. He's like, I think I pronounced that right, but he is basically the little cousin of this guy. He'll get about 4 or 5 foot long, but we've got 2 of the species of Paraiba here, of course. Right here is a 90 gallon. This is just our angel tank done up with a nice 3D rock background from Universal Rocks. We've got some natural substrate in there. We've got their breeding cones because they breed like crazy. Got a nice little piece of driftwood in there, but just an assortment of different angelfish. Down here, we have the Himbargus Wiki, the black devil catfish. Now, this guy is about 12 inches long or so. He is an absolute demon. We used to be able to keep him in with other catfish and he would be fine, but now he's getting to that age to where he wants left alone. I stick my hand in this tank and he chases after it. So we can't have nothing in with this catfish whatsoever. Now if we come over here, we have the 2,500 gallon pool fitted with all different assortments of stingrays. We have a true black pacu. Now if you guys know about pacu, most pacu that people think are black pacu are actually red bellies that turn black. But a true black pacu is olive green. So this is a true black pacu we got from Vince Wu in California. Over there we've got more stingrays. We've got Daria, the Planiceps catfish over here. She's swimming this way. See if we can get a better look at her. Of course she's going to stay in the water flow. But down here we've got Brutus the Arapaima. Let's see if I can get him out of his little corner here. There he goes. He knows food's coming. Come on, buddy. He is about a 3-foot Arapaima and he is an absolute beast. There we go. So I feed this guy multiple times a day. Yes, he gets a mixture of floating pellets, sinking pellets, shrimp, tilapia. That's pretty much what every fish in this room gets fed. Like I said, shrimp, tilapia, an assortment of pellets. Now there are a few fish who, there's some exceptions to that. They get fed, you know, clams, mussels, bloodworms, all that good stuff. But coming to this tank, this is a 75 gallon. We've got Albino Arowana. We've got Indo-Tarpon, the true monsters that get huge. Of course, we have the Siamese carp and 2 Goliath African tigerfish. Absolutely stunning. Now come over here. This is a 265 gallon tank that we picked up for $20. Whole setup, complete setup with FX6, stand, lights and all, $20. So in here we have our armadas. Some people refer to them as Pyara, but these guys are 15 inches long. We've got 2 of those and 2 of them here at about 10 inches or so. That is the community of 4 armadas. Of course, we have another 24-inch Tigrinus. We have this Adonis Placo. And back here we have an NTT fin-bar datnoid. Simplistic, clean, still elegant. Coming over here, we have the albino pearl stingray. This came from us from Kevin at Stingray Biology and Rod and everyone at Predatory Fins. If you guys remember, this was the gift they sent us for the monster fish release. This thing is growing. He eats 3 times a day. Absolute knockout. You can see his colors are just coming in. Absolutely beautiful ray. If you guys need some quality rays, don't hesitate to contact Predatory Fins or Stingray Biology. These guys are awesome. So coming up here, we've got the 2,200 gallon tank. This is our albino leucistic tank. We are going to do this, the Lost Atlantis themed tank. But in here, we've got an assortment of fish. We've got the platinum redtail. This guy is a monster. Yeah, you can see he kind of gashed his top a little bit. He was thrashing around a little bit when we put him in the tank, but that'll heal up, no problem. Over here, we have the albino Chinese whales. We do have 2 of these guys in here. They get along just fine. Over here, we have albino channel cat. We have albino iridescent shark. Back there we have an albino giant gourami that we did have to split up the two gouramis because they did start getting into it pretty bad, and I didn't want to end up losing them. But up there we have a 24-inch albino clown knife, and this tank is awaiting its Atlantis decoration. Stay tuned for that. That'll be another video. I can't wait to show you guys what we have in store for that. But we are looking for more albino fish to do a cool, sweet albino leucistic tank for you guys. Coming over here, we have the 750-gallon tank. Of course, this is mainly our bass tank. We've got the Temensis Peacock Bass. We have the Intermedia Peacock Bass. We've got the Bahia 24-karat gold. We've got the Azul Bass. We've actually got two of these in here. There's another guy right there. Of course, we've got the American bowfin. This guy is just awesome. Never gives us problems. We've got the Hero Severum. We've got Oscars. Of course, the Oscars breed like crazy. They're all albinos and veil tails. We've got some Florida Gars in here. Back there, we've got an 18-inch xanthic clown knife. Some Frontosa. Over here, we have vulture catfish. We've got a Pictus cat. We have a hybrid of a Achara cat mixed with the shovel nose. Some Enlacheri bicher. Short body Peroon shark. You don't see them too often. We've got some Eclipse cats in there. We do have a monster 3-foot African lungfish right there. There's a better look at that short body Peroon shark. He's getting massive, but he's not growing as fast as some of the other Peroons that we have. Up on the back side of this overflow is a Hembargus Wiki. Over here we have the Abba knife. He's getting ready to be upgraded and put into a bigger tank. Over here we have some quarantine. Just have some goldfish in there right now. Nothing too exciting. Over here we have our quarantine stacks. There is some flower horns down in the bottom tank. These fish down here we're actually holding for a friend of ours. There's some Oscars, a Placo, and a Jack Dempsey in there. Then up here we have Puff Daddy, the Fajaca Puffer, a Venezuelan pike, and a wood catfish. We're actually getting ready to put this Fajaca into the African cichlid tank. He has been quarantined for 3 weeks, so he's ready to join the rest of the community at Ohio Fish Rescue. Coming over here, we have our quarantine tank, another quarantine tank. We've got Alligator Gar in here. We've got a group of Colombian sharks that are breeding. I've already told you guys a story on these, but we've got some tilapia over here. Some massive lemon barbs. You guys don't see those too often. Yes, they're in the tinfoil barb family, but these are lemon barbs. You can see a tinfoil barb there compared to a lemon barb. They are awesome. That's another 550-gallon quarantine. Coming over here, we have, this is our only brackish tank in the whole rescue. We have an archerfish, and we have a mono. Now, as you guys can see, we have the 400-gallon, the 500-gallon, the 1,000-gallon. These are all waiting to get set up. Yes, we still do have the dwarf caiman. His name is Rocket. For you guys who keep asking about him, yes, he's still here. We have this 180-gallon tank right here. That's getting ready to be set up. But I'm going to take you guys outside. We have, of course, some koi being quarantined. Yes, it's medicated right now. We're going to go ahead and let these guys join the rest of the koi in the community. But their new koi pond is being built out back. So stay tuned for that one. But last but not least, I want to show you guys this 2,000-gallon aquarium. This came from SeaWorld in Ohio. And this is getting ready to go in this fish room. And we are going to set it up against this wall. Right next to that 1,000. We're going to build them up on stands, of course, to where they're a little bit down from the ceiling. So we can have room to put fish in. And this whole wall will be added to Ohio Fish Rescue. Last but not least, I have one last tank to show you guys, and that is the 4,400 gallon aquarium. This is filled with absolute monsters. Of course, we've got the 3-foot xanthic iridescent shark. His name is Schwarzenegger. We've got giant gouramis. We've got albino pacu. Of course, we've got another black ear Peroon shark. We've got regular Peroon sharks. Oh, look who decided to join us.
How you doing?
Big
You're
Rich.
all the names here. You've got Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yep.
You've got Skittles, the clown knife somewhere's here. Oh, there he is on the back wall. You got Bert and Sir Heisenberg von Fish Face the third. There's a lot of named fish in here.
We've got a tilapia right here. We've got mono peacock bass. Of course, we've got the golden dorado and the leporanus. We've got black belt cichlid, red tail giant gourami, the parrot tilapia Budacophori. Of course, we've got the big old Niger catfish.
Oh, this guy is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's the black ear Peroon shark.
Love that guy.
There's some high fin Peroon sharks. We've got Jaguar Cichlids in the back.
Ooh.
If you look in the back corner there's Kraken. He's a blue flower horn. That came from one of our members.
Is he a blue?
I don't know what kind he is, but I know his color is blue. So he's blue to me. There goes a big Midas cichlid, red devil, whatever you want to call it. We've got tropical gars. We've got long-nosed gars.
Black tropical gar.
Yeah, that is a melanistic tropical gar. Can't forget that one. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick little walkthrough of Ohio Fish Rescue and what's in each tank. You guys have been asking, so I wanted to do this for you, and I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And what's the last part, Dan?
Check out the bullet.
How's
Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time we post a new video. And we're doing it every other day now, if you haven't noticed.